my foam rolling routine that I do after every single workout. The reason why I do it is because it helps me cool down from the workout that I just did. If I am experiencing muscle soreness from the day before, from that workout, helps with that, and it helps prep me for the next day so that I'm loosening up my fascia and that, you know, I'm also getting a little massage to help with that too. So I love doing this routine. I literally do it after every single workout. I'm not even joking. So first, you need to take your shoes off and maybe even your socks. I don't know, that's up to you. We're gonna take the foam roller down to the floor. I know my head's gonna get cut off here in a second, but you don't need to see that anyway because we're focusing on our feet. So with our foam roller, you can place a hand on the wall if you need a little help with balance. You're going to press your foot down into it, dead center of your foot, so we're rolling out that fascia. So if you do have some issues with plantar fasciitis, this can help. Just rolling it back and forth, just breathing normally. And then we're gonna press our foot down into it, and we're going to pull our toes towards the floor, and then lift the toes towards the ceiling, push toes down, lift toes up. So a few more times. And then we're going to go in for a calf stretch. If you need to readjust, you can. And you can do little rocks back and forth when you're doing this too, or you can just hold it steady, but little baby rocks won't hurt. Get a nice stretch, the Achilles tendon, the calf. And then we'll release. Now other foot, same thing. Little rocks back and forth. Massaging that fascia. Pressing as hard as you like. If it feels good, you want to dig deep, dig deep. And then we're gonna hold, we're gonna pull the toes towards the floor and then pull them up towards the ceiling. Press, lift. And then we'll relax, back in for that calf stretch. Remember, little baby rocks back and forth if it feels nice, but you don't have to. And then we'll release. Okay. Hi, now I'm back. Okay, so now we're gonna take it all the way down to the floor. I'm going to give 2 options for this next one because this can be very intense, especially if you're not used to foam rolling. So the first one is going to be, we're gonna start out on our calf, all right? So right above your ankle joint. Sorry, I'm cracking. And you can take it from here, lifting up, rolling back and forth, using your other leg as a support system so it's not your full body weight coming down. Also, upper body strength, if you struggle with the upper body strength, then having this foot down is gonna help with this too. But if you're feeling like a gangster today and you wanna go hard, boop, you can cross your one leg over the other. So we're gonna do little baby rocks. We're gonna go right above the ankle, mid-calf, and then on the medius part of the calf, all right? So we're just gonna do little rocks, back and forth. Remember, if you need to take that other leg down, you can. Don't worry, you won't be here for long because when we get to the hamstring, I'll be taking my leg down instead of keeping it crossed. It would be too hard to foam roll like that anyway. All right, and then I'm gonna sit down and move it down, but you can roll if you want to. I'm trying to stay in the camera zone. And then back and forth. And then we're gonna take it onto the medius part, back and forth. Whoo, this feels like a lot, but it's good. All right, and then we'll sit down. We're gonna take it right above the knee joint. We don't want to foam roll directly on the back of the knee, especially if you have bursitis, because that can cause some problems. So don't do that. Now I'm going to take my other foot down to the floor. I'm not going to cross the legs on this one. And then we're going to go right above the knee. And then we're going to go mid hamstring, so you can just roll her down. And then we're going to get all up in that booty crease, all the way up there. So if you have excess, like from your foam roller, just take it off to the side so it's not in your way on the other leg. And up in the booty crease, where all the good stuff is. And then from here, we're gonna roll down so it's on the glute, and we're gonna come up to figure four, and we're gonna rock onto the outside of the glute on this other leg, all right? So this is where you want it to be, right here. So we're getting right on the gluteus medius. This gets super, super tight on people just because of standing, walking, sitting too much, you know, all the things that we do. Ooh, this feels like a lot. And then from here, we're gonna take this leg that we hooked over, we're gonna take it out straight. And I want you to think of this like almost like we're going into a side plank. So we're gonna rotate onto that side that we were just foam rolling. I'm gonna readjust so this makes more sense. And I want you to think of it almost like you're in a side plank, and we're gonna take it right onto the IT band here. We're gonna take this back leg, take it over in front, and then from here we're gonna rock back and forth. So we're using our other hand to help support us with this forearm down. So we're gonna rock from here on the IT band. This can get very tender. If you need to just hold it in one spot, if the rolling back and forth is too much, you're more than welcome to do that. So you don't have to rock with me. And then we're gonna take it down, mid. Remember, if you just wanna hold it there, you don't even have to do the rocking back and forth. You'll still get the benefits of this. And then we're gonna take it down right above that knee joint. Okay, now from here, we're gonna rotate all the way down. We're gonna go into a plank. We're gonna keep the other knee down. So now we're gonna go back up. We're gonna do right above the knee, mid of the quad, and then up high on the quad. So we're getting up into this hip flexor here. So from here, rocking back and forth. Abs in tight, might as well keep them tight while we're doing this. And yes, you might break a sweat as you're doing this, I know. But it's good for you. And then we're gonna go up so you can roll backwards. So we're getting right, center of that quad. And then from here, we're going to take it right up underneath of this hip. So right on the medius part of the hip, not on the hip bone itself, because it will not feel pretty, okay? So just little baby rocks, or you can hold it. Remember, you don't have to rock. You can hold any of these points that we go through. All right, and then from here, this is where it's gonna get funky. We're gonna stay on that same leg. We're gonna take the foam roller out to the side. We're gonna come all the way down, kind of like a little half frog here. So we're gonna lift up And we're gonna rock back and forth. So right above that knee joint again. So I know I look like a weirdo right now. If you have to, you can just hang out and hold here because the inner thighs tend to get very, very tight. So just remember, you can hold or you can rock it. And then from here, we're gonna take it up. So we're center now. I'll go in a thigh. Little baby rocks. Whew. And then we're gonna take it up even higher. So now we're like getting up close to the groin. Same thing. Okay, and then we're gonna come out of this. Now we have to do the other side. So, don't forget which leg you just did. We're gonna take it, remember we have our 3 points. So we're gonna go right above the ankle, mid, and then on the medius part. Remember, you can keep your other leg down if you need support. If you're feeling like a G, then you can cross your legs, okay? So we're gonna rock back and forth, right on the Achilles tendon. Whoo, this side's tight. All right, and then we're gonna take it mid. And then we're going to take it right below the knee joint. Deep breaths. And then we'll release down. Now we're going to bring it all the way up. So above the knee now, so not directly on the back of the knee. You can plant that little foot down. Boop. Little baby rocks. And we're going to bring it up a little bit higher. So center. And then we're going to get all the way up in the booty crease. All up in there. Make sure that you're flexing that leg, keeping it straight. All right, now we're gonna roll down so we're on that meaty part of the butt. Figure 4, rock to the side so we're getting on that outer part of the glute. Oh, this is my favorite. Deep breaths. All right, now we're gonna unhook this leg. We're gonna go to our side. I'm gonna readjust on the mat. So down like you're going into a side plank. We're gonna get it right below that booty crease on the outside of that IT band, back and forth. Remember, your arms up here are supporting your weight. Just doing little gentle rocks. And then we're gonna take it down just a tiny bit. So now we're about half on that IT band. If you get IT bands, or if you get IT bands, you have IT bands. If your IT bands get tight, It can cause knee pain, so this is perfect if you do experience knee pain. And then we're going to take it down a little bit more. And then from here, we're going to flip like we're going into a plank. We're going to take it right above the knee. Boom. Holding plank, rocking back and forth. So we're getting that quad. So we'll do above the knee, mid, and then getting up nice and high. And then we're going to take it up mid, rocking back and forth, or you can just hold it if it's tender. And then we're going to take it up a little bit higher. You can just roll it back if you need to. Remember, try not to roll directly on the hip because it can hurt. So we're just getting the top part of that quad. And then from here, we're going to take it out to the side. I'm going to readjust a little bit. So we're going to take it right below the knee. Other leg's going to extend back straight. We're going to hold that plank. And remember, you have the option to do a little wiggle, wag your tail side to side so you can foam roll the inside of your thigh. And then we're going to take it up a little bit higher or more in towards the groin, so you're about halfway on your inner thigh. And then we're going to get closer to the groin. Same thing, little rocky rock. All right, and then from here, we're gonna crawl our way out of that awkward position. And we're gonna take it down. So we're gonna take this guy up underneath of the hips now. Get a little bit more centered here. So right underneath the sacrum, it's not on the low back, all right? So we're up on the top part of the knee part of your butt. And we're just gonna do a little windshield wiper side to side. You might even get some back pops and some adjustments through your SI joint. So if you hear some popping, you're okay and it's normal. And then from here, we're gonna take it up just a little bit higher so it's touching the top of your butt and it's on your low back. We're gonna do that little rock again. And then from here, we're gonna sit up and we're gonna roll along the glutes up to the low back, not all the way up, just almost there. So now we're massaging the upper glute. And now we're gonna work into the low back. So we're gonna crawl our way forward. So now it's on the low part of your back. Boop. And then from here, you can hug in or you can grab onto your noggin if your head feels heavy. And we're gonna start foam rolling more into the thoracic spine. And then we're gonna keep rolling all the way up. It's about mid-back or right around the brow line. You might even get some back pops if you're lucky. And then we're gonna go up a little bit higher, bridging up. Feels so good. And then from here, drop the hips down. We're gonna roll to the side. So we're gonna get up into our lat now. So we're gonna start right at your bra line or pec line, if you're a guy. And we're gonna do little rocks back and forth. So butterflying open through the arms. Your legs are just gonna be at 90 degrees, super simple. And then we're gonna take it up, nipple line, same thing, little rocks. And then up into the armpit, little rocks. Getting into those lats. And then from here, we're just gonna flip over and do the other side. So bra line first, pec line, bow line, whatever things. Butterfly open, 90 with those knees, little rock back and forth. Deep breaths. And then bring it up, nipple line. And then up into the pit of the arm. And then from here, we're gonna take it back onto our back again. So right at the bra line, and we're gonna do some extension. This will also help open up through the chest, but this time we're gonna take the fingers wide. So almost like we're doing a crunch. We're opening up, closing in, opening up, closing in. You might get some more back pops if you're lucky. And then we're gonna roll it down, or we're rolling down, foam roller going up, so above bra line. Oh, good pops. Open up. And this will also help open up the chest and your lungs. Just roll down a little bit more so it's higher on the back, same thing. And then from here, now we're gonna close the elbows in, so we're opening up the shoulder blades, and we're going to roll right on those shoulders. So we're getting up underneath of the shoulder blades, we're creating that space so we can get to those knots that are hard to reach. And then from here, we're gonna steady out. We're gonna take the foam roller, we're gonna lay it all the way back, and we're gonna place it underneath of our head, all right? So you wanna feel the pressure right underneath of your occipital bone, so that's the base of your skull. And we're just going to rock side to side ever so gently. There are trigger points right here, so if you do experience migraines, or tension through your neck or your traps, this can help release that. And it is a trigger point for relaxation too. So if you're feeling stressed, this is great. And then you're gonna find the spot that hurts and we're gonna hang out and we're just gonna do a little rock side to side. So you should be able to just rock your head over to one side and just do little baby rocks. I'm sure you're probably gonna feel it. And then other side. All right, now we'll steady out. You can grab on the backs of the legs and sit up. And that is my foam rolling routine. So that is a full body foam rolling routine. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for foam rolling with me. I hope you have a beautiful day, and don't forget to be the ultimate version of you.